I'm Todd Grisham, and you could not have chosen a better venue for this one. We're at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Lawrence Okoli. He's 6'5" tall with an 82.7-inch reach. And the man he'll be facing, it's the sauce, Lawrence Okoli. This WBO World Champion Cruiserweight is a hard hitter and could fight at heavyweight one day. Roy Jones Jr.
This bout is scheduled.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The straight right just misses. Can't land the jab there. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
And he scores with the counter. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions.
Throw hands.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Okoli in that last round. After what we saw. Here we go for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Okoli in that last round. He is down. the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Missing with the left hook. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That counter punch caught him clean. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. That was almost... Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Trying to land that jab. Needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nope, that hook won't score. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He's dominating him, and he's going to let him know all about it. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Okolie in that last round. They've got the momentum. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that.
And down! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again. One, two, three, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heel, but look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
Where did that come from?
Stay down as this fight continues.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, got new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up, they've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
There's a counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Well done with that counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. Let's start the 6th. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nothing back here in the round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. We'll see how much endurance. There's the bell to start round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That uppercut just missed. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressive. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Okolie in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
You've got to take that confidence away.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Only catching air with that hook. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? And the referee will allow this to continue. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And that's it.